Kyle Busch, one of NASCAR's most successful and polarizing modern champions, has died at 41 after being hospitalized with what his family described as a severe illness. The announcement came just hours after fans first learned he would miss the Coca-Cola 600 weekend at Charlotte Motor Speedway. On Thursday, May 21st, 2026, NASCAR, the Busch family, and Richard Childress Racing confirmed his death in a joint statement, calling the loss sudden and devastating. Before we go further, subscribe, like, and share to support Starline Daily for more celebrity updates, sports stories, and trending entertainment news. The first public sign that something was wrong came earlier that same day, when Busch's family announced that he had been hospitalized and was undergoing treatment. The statement said he would not take part in any of his scheduled activities that weekend at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Richard Childress Racing then confirmed Austin Hill would step into the number 8 Chevrolet for the Cup race. At that point, the public update was still framed as a medical absence. But later on May 21, the story changed dramatically when NASCAR announced that Busch had died. As of the latest available information, no official cause of death has been publicly disclosed. The only confirmed public detail is that he had been hospitalized after a severe illness. That restraint is important because Busch's death has produced immediate shock across the racing world. He had been active in the 2026 season, racing full-time for Richard Childress Racing, and had appeared at the NASCAR All-Star race at Dover just days before the announcement. For many fans, the speed of the public timeline made the news especially difficult to process. Busch's career numbers explain why the reaction was so strong. He was a 2-time NASCAR Cup Series champion, winning titles in 2015 and 2019. Across NASCAR's 3 national series, he became the winningest driver in history, with 234 total victories, including 63 Cup Series wins, 102 wins in what is now the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series, and 69 wins in the Craftsman Truck Series. But statistics only tell part of the story. Busch built a career around intensity, precision, and a personality that fans could never ignore. Supporters knew him as Rowdy, a driver who could turn a race weekend into a headline. Critics often pushed back against his sharp edges, but even those who rooted against him rarely questioned the scale of his talent. His NASCAR path began long before the championships. Born in Las Vegas on May 2, 1985, Kyle Thomas Busch followed his older brother Kurt Busch into racing and climbed quickly through the National Series. He made his Cup Series debut in the mid-2000s, raced for Hendrick Motorsports, then became a central figure at Joe Gibbs Racing, where his long partnership with Toyota produced the majority of his Cup wins. In 2023, Busch moved to Richard Childress Racing and began another chapter in the number 8 Chevrolet. His last Cup Series victory came that same year at Worldwide Technology Raceway. Even as his recent seasons became more difficult, his place in NASCAR history had already been secured. Busch was also a major figure beyond the Cup garage. Through Kyle Busch Motorsports, he helped develop younger drivers in the Truck Series, creating a path for future Cup stars while adding another layer to his racing legacy. That owner role became part of how NASCAR described him in its tribute, not only as a champion, but as someone who helped shape the next generation. The final confirmed public status is this. Kyle Busch died on May 21, 2026, at age 41, after being hospitalized with a severe illness. His cause of death has not been publicly released. NASCAR, his family, and Richard Childress Racing have asked for privacy as his wife Samantha, their children Brexton and Lennox, his brother Kurt, his parents, teammates, and fans mourn the loss. Thank you for supporting Starline Daily. For now, the NASCAR community is left with a sudden and painful update and the legacy of a driver whose career changed the record books, divided grandstands, and kept everyone watching until the very end.